As the name suggests, this is not clickbait. Why you think you are too young to succeed? Let's get into it. Some of you have been told, especially by your parents and your loved ones, that you're too young to succeed. Oh, wait, when you attain this age, then you can venture into personal development. Then you can venture into your entrepreneurial journey. Then you can start that business or that online vendor that you've always wanted to do. I remember telling my mom one time, one day I'm going to give you $2,000. Amen. Then she quickly got to herself. When you're done with school and you get a job, I went back to bed thinking about that statement. Should I just quit and wait till I attain a certain age to start this entrepreneurial journey? But my friend, the only reason that was considered as a thought is because it appealed to the laziness inside you. That's the whole point of deception. Deception has to appeal to something inside us, and as humans, we dread taking responsibility for our life, because with responsibility comes consequence. We always like the idea that it was that guy's fault, or who told me to do it. It's my mom's fault. She didn't instill a certain level of confidence in me. So we find solace in pointing fingers and blaming external things aside ourselves, which is the true person we should blame. Whoever you blame is who you give the power to. Remember in the Garden of Eden, when God asked Adam, who told you you were naked? And he blamed his wife. He asked the wife blamed the serpent, and immediately the serpent blamed nobody. That is why he's the God of the earth. So friends, don't blame anybody, don't blame anything for your current circumstance. I thought about that statement. Should I wait? I said no. The only reason I'm considering this thing is because of my laziness, and I want to blame someone for as to where I am currently as the reason for my current limitation. I'm desperate to blame someone for the current limitation. And I said to myself, no, I have sole responsibility over my life, and I will take action over this venture. I did a study on welfare recipients years ago. It came out and it said welfare recipients are 3 to 4 years generation behind. When I read that study, I used to think that why they are 3 to 4 years generation behind was as a result of lack of inheritance, now physical inheritance. But I was wrong, patently wrong. The reason why these people are 3 to 4 generations in is as a result of mindset. This mindset are purported, it's as a result of mindset. Mindset passed down from generations to generations, creating a progressive generation of welfare recipients. Now, if you've been in this house, I've taught it in this house that your mindset is very important to your success. I'm sure most of you who are new to this channel will be, how does your mindset correlate to your success? When I say mindset, majority of you flash back to doggedness, persistence, how to interpret things differently. But I see mindset like software and programming. If I pick up my iPhone and click on the power button, it's going to activate the device. Now, regardless of who clicks on that power button, it will produce the same results. So if you sustain the mindset of a welfare recipient, you are inevitably going to produce that result. What is the mindset of a welfare recipient? Lack. It's never going to work for me. Rich people are evil. That mindset produces the same result. That's why the Bible said, guard your heart with all diligence, because out of it are the issues of life. So my friend, guard your heart with all diligence, because out of it are the issues of life. Change the way you think. One thing you understand about success is the fact that you think you're too young to attain success is an indicator that you're on the right path. Your success at a young age, or starting at a young age in the pursuit of success, is the best time, because number one, you're young, number two, your failure doesn't have dire consequence. The difference between a 20-year-old entrepreneur and a 40-year-old entrepreneur with kids is that if one venture fails, the 20-year-old can go back to his mom's apartment, go back to his mom's business and recoup. But the 50-year-old has serious responsibility, such that his kids could be driven out of school, his wife can get fucked. Like, it will be a bad fall for them if that man doesn't attain success. And of course, this can be your undoing as well as your motivational factor. It can motivate the 20-year-old entrepreneur to take more risks. As you all know, the as far as your downside is low and the upside becomes unlimited. So the 20-year-old has potential for unlimited upside, but as well this can be his undoing, because he has not a safety net. If he becomes complacent and thrives in the idea that even if this doesn't work, I still have a place to stay, it can become his undoing. Conversely, for the 50-year-old man, it can be a motivating factor to try as hard as possible to make this happen, to make this work. Conversely, it can put him at one position. The fear of failure can so suppress that ability that he never tried. So they are all downsides to each side. There are downsides to each side. At everything, there's advantage and there's disadvantage to it. So pick your lot. Start failing now. Fail now. Fail better. The chances of you gaining success the first attempt to try something and the single digit. It's like trying to ride a bike and failing the first time and interpreting it as failure. My friend, it's not the failure that does something to us. It's the happiness, it's the interpretation we give the happiness and circumstances around us that really causes pain. Oh, I recorded a video today and it averaged on only 200 views. I failed. No, you did not. You tried, and people have not understood your value yet. But I believe with persistent faith and belief that this would work. You tried. This is something that happens to us intellectual. As you sojourn and as you increase in intellect, you become so calculative such that your mindset becomes your undoing. That's why you see stupid people with success, because they are so stupid that they can't conceive the idea of failure. They're so dumb, so dull that they can't conceive the idea of failure. So my friend, whatever you're doing, be persistent. You can succeed as well. What's the difference between a 20-year-old man who attains success at 24 and a 50-year-old man who attains success at 54? People say the latter has more experience, he's an elder, plus there are some things he knows. My friend, that can be the issue, but I guarantee you, let's define intelligence first before we move in. A step backwards, intelligence is your ability to learn from your previous experience. So if I hold up a red card and I slap you, I take it up the second time and you duck, you have effectively learned. But it takes some people 4 times, 5 times, 10 times before they duck. So it's not my fault if the 50-year-old man, it took him 20 times to learn one thing. Every single thing that happened to you has happened before. Different actors, different atmosphere, but still the same experience. Still the same experience. Think of that. Life is a brutal teacher. It will teach you as many times as you need to learn. You cannot change things without changing it. If anything that happened to you, ask yourself this question: what is this trying to teach me? Ask yourself that question and you find the solution for that problem. As immediately you find the solution, the circumstance fades away to be replaced by another circumstance. The path to success is a journey, not a destination. There are so many things you find along the way. I hope you learn your lesson. And when you learn your lesson, it's not as though that problem fades away. It's that the solution has become so ingrained in your mind that when that situation presents itself, you handle it subconsciously and you become more proactive to that situation such that it no longer becomes a problem. In life, you do not pray for the situations to be easier, you pray to be better. As always, my friend, it's a pleasure speaking to you. I'll see you in the next one.